Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to a new session on huroof. Inshallah, we are going to continue from where we left the last time, and we are still discussing about the various representation of each letter at the beginning of a word, at the middle of a word, and at the last ending of a word. So we are going to continue from there, inshallah, today. So now we have wa. This is letter wa. This letter wa, and you have various letters that you need to also identify. These are letters we've done so far, so it's being mixed together so as to test your recall or retention of what has been done before. Then after the letter, you have uh you have the representation of wa at the beginning in the word warda. I'm going to bold it out. So warda. So this is how wow exists at the beginning of a word. Saurun. This is how it exists when it's joined together with another letter and in the middle of a word. Video. This is how it exists at the end of a word. So you've seen that. Then let's move on. The instruction here says Akmil kitabat al-kalima kama fil misal. You should complete writing the words down here as you have in the examples above. Then the next is da daira ala harfi wa. Make a circle upon the letter wa only, and then you repeat you should bold out wa in the fainted lines below. On the fainted lines below, you repeat writing out wa only. That's the activity you are expected to do here. Then we move on to the next letter. The next letter we have is letter la. It's letter lam. So you have lam alif la, lam alif lam fatha alif madi la. So now you have this. Then the instruction, okay, you have other letters being mixed up also, and this is to test your identification of those letters. That what are these letters one after the after each other, one after the other. Then you have baladi, my town, laulaha, if not for her, imla. Imla means imla is a kind of writing, okay, but I'm not even after giving you the definition. What we want to see is how lam alif is written when it exists at the beginning of a word and at the middle of a word. These are the middle. See how it's joined together with ba here. This is how it's written also at the middle. It must not necessarily be joined together. That's what this entails. Imla, this is also at the middle. This is also joined together. See how it's written. So what we've seen so far is how la exists in the middle of a word. Let's go further to see how it exists at the other position of a word. So you see down here, we have muhmalat at the middle, talamid at the middle, aulad also at the middle. So but here you have to complete the broken sentence. You have to complete it as usual. Then the next exercise you have is for you to um identify the lam alif, then bold it out down here. And so far I've not seen an example for how it exists in the book at the end and how it exists at the beginning. But la as a whole makes a word. So la tef'al, like if you are being prohibited from doing something, they used to use the word la tektub, la tef'al, don't do, don't write. So that la will be singled out, and that is how it exists when it starts a word, or when it what whenever it's being used at the beginning of a word. So that's for lam alif. as we've seen. Lam alif. So the next letter, like the second to the last letter we are to discuss, is Hamza. Hamza. This is how Hamza is written, and at times it used to be written like this, at times written like this, at times like this, and at times like this. So it has four different way of being written. That's why the author has uh, taken his time to show that, and at times it's written on top of alif also, as we've seen. So Hamza, alif Hamza, this at times they used to call it alif Hamza, this alif Hamza Fatiha, alif Hamza Kesoi, alif Hamza Doma'u. So these are representation of Hamza. These are its various representation. Wahid, Isna, Salasa, Arba, Khamsa. Five different representations of Hamza is what is being shown here. So let's ensure we identify it very well. So down here you have Ala'u, Ahmad. Here too is another representation of two Hamza. Here you have two Hamza joined together. One of them is having a complete haraka, while the other one is having a partial haraka of sukun. And that's why the two were joined together to have a mad. So that will be Ala'u, Ala'u, Ahmad, Idaratun, wa wi'amun, Shay'un, Ru'ya, Ala, Ahmad, Idara, wa sh. So all this one you have to complete it. Ru'ya, you have to complete it. So down here you have Ahmad wa ala wa wi'am yal'abuna ma shay min al hadu. You know what to do here. You circle out the Hamza, and you have to also bold out the various Hamza that we have down here. Okay, so after that we have the last letter, and that's letter Ya. The last half is half Ya. So this is how Ya is written. This is how Ya is written. You have uh Yadun. This is how Ya is written at the beginning of a word. Masoyif, how is written at the middle of a word. Usolli, how is written at the beginning and the last end of a word. So the next one is Uktubul Harfa Naqis. Write the complete, write the remaining letter. Yawmun, Hadiqa, Ala. So this is how to write the remaining letters. Oh, this you have to complete writing the leftover letters here. And down here you have Yusufu, Wama, Wayasir, Yel'abuna fil Hadiqa. Here you have to identify the ya by circling on top of it, making a circle on top of it, and also by bolding it out down in the lines below, down on the lines below. So this activity we are familiar with going about it, so you do that. And تطبيقات الحروف, you have exercises or more activities for huruf that we've been discussing so far. اقرأ الأحرف الآتية, read the letters that are below. you have alfun, ba'un, ta'un, tha'un, jimun, ha'un, kha, dalun, dalun, ra, zayun, sinun, shin, sadun, dadun, ta, ضاء عين غين فاء فاء قاف كاف لام ميم نون هاء واو يا. So that's the first part. The second part is uktubul al ahruf al atiya. Write the letters that are these letters. You write them. You oh na'am. I'm coming. Yes. Okay. This bar is what you are going to write in three different forms. When it has fatia, when it has kesra, when it has dhamma. That's even though we've not discussed the harakat, but inshallah we soon discuss about harakat in one of our lessons, probably the next lesson inshallah. So you write it out in three forms. You write it out to write it out three forms. So that's what you have for that one there. So you write it out three forms also here. Then the next one is ta. So though you write it out three times when Fatiha Kesra Dhamma. That's the exercise you're expected to do here. Ensure you print out this workbook. It will give you the ability to do much of this exercise. And when you do that, you can snapshot it. Because one of the days in our app, inshallah, we are going to have the ability to upload assignment and activities onto the platform for the stars to cross-check what you've done. So ensure you have this book printed and ensure you work on the exercises and the activities we have. The next thing is kitabat al-ahruf al-atiya. Repeat writing the letters that are coming. So you see alfun here, so you write it back all into the circle. You write them back all into the circle. Then the next one is yeah, you write them back onto this circle. So the ha, you write them back onto this board, this virtual board you have here. And then this one too, you write it back, completing as you have done here. This alif hamza fatha a, alif hamza kesra e, al hamza doma u, and alif hamza sukun. So you write it back as you have it down here. So ضع دائرة على حرف في الكلمات الآتية. So here what you do is you have hamza on this row. So you have to circle out hamza in the words on this row. Likewise, you have dal here. Circle out dal on this row. Know that this is a different table, this is a different table, but you start from this table. So you circle out the letter that starts the row from the right. You circle it out in the next cells on the row. So this is what you are expected to do in this exercise. And that ends this book. Alhamdulillah. Alladhi bi ni'matihi tatimmu salihat. If there's any question, don't hesitate to leave it in the comments or in the WhatsApp group. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.